let's get to business here. Let me get to my report, and I'll make it quick. Because, quite frankly, everyone knows what the state of California is, because that's why you're here, right? I mean, look at the numbers, folks. What's the state of politics in California today? Dismal. But we love living here, right? Look at the great view, right? But, I mean, if you love living here and you're willing to spend tons of time in traffic and deal with all these other issues we have, it kind of wears on you that $30,000 per person is our public pension liability today. $30,000 for each Californian that we're going to owe for people who have gotten very fat pensions over the years. And I was just reading an article today in Ventura County. I think they're up to $700 some odd million of pensions that are owed just in little Ventura County. That's going to be a problem. Everyone heard about high-speed rail? Yeah? Everyone going to take a trip on why do we need high-speed rail for a low-speed economy? That's what I want to know. And more importantly, why do we need high-speed rail? I mean, we're not exactly opposed to high-speed, the concept of high-speed rail. I mean, we like choices, but do we want it funded the way it's being funded? I mean, you know, $100 billion. And they're saying, no, it's not going to cost $100 billion. But what infrastructure project have you heard of that has been promised for X dollar amount ever come in under that? Can anyone answer that? No, because they're always over budget. They always take longer, and they always provide half the level of service that they were promised to when they were sold to the voters. So you wonder why we're worrying about that when we have a projected $6 billion budget gap. Yet another budget gap in California. And as you know, we passed an initiative, voters of California passed an initiative to take away the pay of our legislators when they don't have a balanced budget in time, right? So what did they go do? They go sue the controller and say, we want our paychecks. Even worse, what did they also do? They pay themselves a per diem for every day that they're in session. So what do they do when they have a session? They gavel it in, they say a few nice comments, they gavel it out, that's their session, they get their per diem. They have a couple guys staying back in Sacramento to get that. I mean, in essence, we've talked a lot about having a part-time legislature. We already have one. They're getting paid full-time for a part-time job. Right? And the other amazing thing is, look at their favorability rating. Any day of the year you can go to TMZ and OMG and find more popular people in our state legislature. Yet why do they keep getting reelected? Well, as we know, top two passed, Prop 14. That's going to hurt us this year. We are down candidates. In fact, Ted Brown, our star recruiter, has basically said, I'm not going to do it anymore because it's become a lot harder to recruit candidates because it's not as easy to get on the ballot anymore. And even once we get on the ballot, we're going to be potentially eliminated very quickly in June. Although we do have several candidates who have chosen to run. I was told that Charlie Hooper up in the 1st Assembly District has filed his papers. I know there's a few others. So we will have some brave souls out there who are filing for our, quote, partisan races, which the Secretary of State isn't calling partisan anymore. They're saying it's a public primary. Now, the Libertarian Party of California has entered into a lawsuit, which has not been heard yet, but it is filed in Alameda County. And I believe it's scheduled for, in a couple weeks from now, Richard Winger, our ballot access expert, publisher of Ballot Access News, Libertarian Party member, will be back there in the back. March 6th. Richard, why don't you stand up, Richard? Everybody, Richard Winger, if you don't know who he is, please get to know him. He's a friend to our movement, our party, third party vote life. March 6th.
Anyone in the Bay Area who could get off work or otherwise come to the Oakland, Alameda County Courthouse, 9 a.m., that'd be great. If we fill the room, that's really helpful.
March 6th, 9 a.m., Oakland, Alameda County Courtroom.
It's Tuesday.
Tuesday.
And it's think everybody in the area knows where the Alameda County Courthouse is. I think it's 444 Sub Street.
Talk to Richard to find out if you're up in the Bay Area and can attend this. Also, we can get you a copy of the complaint that was filed, but we also need some contributions to help continue to pay for the lawsuit. So if you'd like to make a dedicated contribution to this, please write a check. In the memo, put Prop 14 lawsuit. Whatever you can give would help us to fund this. The Peace and Freedom parties, I believe the Green Party have funded it. It'd be nice if we can also chip in as well to fight this lawsuit. So to fight the Secretary of State on this one, and hopefully do something to overturn this odious law, which is hurting our recruitment. But that goes back to what we need to do. Now, you heard Rosa Corey talk this morning about what's going on in your communities today. It's been going on for a while, and if we don't start paying attention, if we don't start getting other people locally to pay attention, we all lose. And what we need to do in the interim, while we're worried about Prop 14, is we got to start focusing on the local politics. That's what Ventura County has been doing. I've been saying this for years, and guess what? Last weekend, my counterpart in the GOP said, we have to rebuild our bench. We have to start with local races. So other people are figuring this playbook out fairly quickly, and it's something we're going to have to start getting up to speed. And in November, we still have an opportunity to recruit people to run for local races. City council, water board, school board, county supervisor. There are tons of special districts in your area. We did a survey of some of them, and you will find that everything from community service districts to fire protection districts, you name it. There are tons of these districts that have special authority provided by the state, that taxing authority, some have eminent domain powers. These are the hidden districts, but they command billions of dollars of tax money every year, and they just basically go unnoticed because we focus on the larger bodies like Congress, presidency. We get caught up in those, but we forget what's going on locally. And that's where we as a party have the greatest effect. That's where we can leverage what we have today into something larger. And I encourage all of you, all the delegates, to go back to your local county parties. And we have actually some of the county chairs here. I mean, let me point some of them out. These are the guys who take on the task locally of trying to get your counties working. Where's Dan Beer? Dan, stand up. Dan. This is Dan Beer, San Diego County. Recently re-elected as county chair. Carlos Rodriguez. Carlos. Well, you can't. Carlos Rodriguez. LA County. Okay? LA County is larger than most state parties in California, in the country. He's had a big job there. Tom Manson from Orange County. Recently elected from Ventura County, our secretary. Yes.
Ed Wimmers, where are you? Ed. Okay, Ed Wimmers from Santa Clara County. Oh, Stephen Lakeman, please stand up. From Yobo County. That we really need to help out, along with the county leadership, to get a local program going. This is where the heart of our political action is. It should be this year, not just this year, forever. Because a lot of politics takes place at the local level, and a lot of people who move up in politics start at your local school board, start at your city council. Now, we have a couple of libertarians who are going to be on the ballot this year. I know several in Santa Clara County. I would like to see a lot more, and please, if the candidate is recruited, let us know. Let the state party know. Call Lo in the office, let him know. That information will get around. Tell your regional chair, vice chair, this, and let's get candidates recruited so that we can actually make an impact this November. Okay?
like to address as an issue that has actually, for a while, has grated upon me. But the LP has been around for 40 years. So this is our 40th anniversary coming up. I hope all of you will be attending the National Convention. Oh, that is one thing I need to do. Nominations for National Convention delegates are now open. If you would like to nominate individuals to attend our National Convention who are state central committee members, please see Bo in the back. He will record that. He has the form. We will take, we'll check the membership and post the form conspicuously on a corkboard back there for all to see. That is open until close of business today. We will put together a ballot and then print that ballot for tomorrow. And I believe we have 137 delegates in the neighborhood of that allocated this year to attend our national convention in Red Rock, Nevada. Las Vegas at the Red Rock Casino. It's a very nice facility. It's from Southern California. It's only 4 or 5 hours away. It's Las Vegas. What can we say about that? If you shows, entertainment, gambling, you name it, almost libertarian paradise. Oh, and zero state income tax. Yes. Oh, and the one thing they have over there that we don't have, part-time legislature. And they Penn and Teller, yes, of course. So, I bring this up because we like to make rules for ourselves, right? Oh, yes. I can't tell you how many times I've been called Mr. Speaker while I'm up here. I mean, twice. This the first time, the second time, no. I am not the Speaker of the House. I'm not John Boehner. This is not Congress, okay? Right? We're a political party. We're not a government entity, okay? And this isn't the Model UN. So we're, as delegates, not here to make rules. Besides that, aren't we libertarians? Don't we believe in less rules? Right? I mean, so why is it that there are 27 pages in the California bylaws? Why is my number one answer when someone asks me a question, can we do that? Did you check the bylaws? No. It's in there. You should read it. I don't like to give the easier answers out because then people don't read it. Why does the platform have 26 pages? I mean, isn't it kind of simple? Just less government? We have some county party bylaw templates that were adopted as a guideline for fledgling county parties who have been appointed, who have a chair pro tem appointed by a regional vice chair. That in itself is 24 pages long for a county party that doesn't even exist. And then finally, the coup de grace is the fact that the National Party has a policy manual that most of us don't know about. But we send representatives to the National Party, and over the years, they've passed a policy manual which has 61 pages in it. 27 pages in the California bylaws, 26 pages in the platform, 24 pages in the county party template bylaws, and 61 pages in the national policy manual. And that was as of November, so they had a meeting, who knows, it could have been longer. Oh, it's gone up! It's gone up! Okay. Guys, we have to stop. Obviously, making more rules doesn't make us more successful, and we need to stop. We need to elect rule makers, or sorry, we need to, no, that was like Freudian. We need to elect leaders, not rule makers. Leaders, right? And we need to prevent the urge from making rules ourselves. We have to understand that if we want a country of limited government, we have to be more self-governing. But that doesn't mean we have to make more rules for ourselves. We have to figure out how to work together. And this is not something that's going to be written down in a contract. We really need to understand what it is, what that secret formula is. And it's probably not secret. It's just a matter of we need to think a little bit differently. And if we want our fellow citizens to do the same, let's start that ourselves. Let's start that process. And I'm not asking for anything right now. I'm just saying this is some observations that I've noticed over the years, being a libertarian, being in the party, being in party leadership, and something that I'm bringing to your attention. So I'm going to be wearing a button this year. And I had these specially made, and I want to thank Lauren Samuels for doing this. It's free the LP. We need to free the LP so we can become an efficient political machine so that we can go out and capture opportunities that are coming our way. We have more people who are interested in the Libertarian Party today than I've ever seen because people are finally getting it. All those problems I mentioned earlier, $100 billion on high-speed rail. The fact that unemployment, underemployment, 15–20% when they're reporting less than that. I mean, people are seeing their way of life changing right before them, and they're starting to take us and our message seriously. It is our time. We have to seize the opportunity. We know what we need to do. We have the willpower. You all are here. It proves that we can make it happen, and let's go out there and do it. It's not because I want it. I know all of you want it. My job is to remind you of it, make it happen, help put the infrastructure in place, and let it rip. All right? So let's go out there and do it, have a successful year.